In this video, I'll cover how to use Security Advisor to scan and resolve security issues on your Synology NAS. If you aren't familiar with Security Advisor, it is an application that is pre-installed within DSM that can scan your settings and provides recommendations that you can implement to keep your Synology NAS safe. It will try to detect security risks, suspicious activity, and brute force attacks. Security Advisor is also set up by default to scan your system periodically and can be set up to provide reports through email with any recommended actions. To learn more about Security Advisor, I'll leave a link to Synology's knowledge base article on Security Advisor in the description below. Let's get started with Security Advisor, and I'll do so by launching the application from the main menu. The first time Security Advisor is started, you'll see this window where you'll need to choose a security baseline on how you'll be using your Synology NAS. I'd recommend always selecting the For Work and Business option to perform comprehensive checks, so I'll select that option and click Start. At this point, a scan will start, and in about a minute, it completed with a few security risks identified. I'll click on Results to see what was found, and here we can see the items that have failed and passed. Note that your system will likely have different results, but you can use what I do here as an overview of what you should do on your Synology NAS. I'll go through each of the events that have failed, starting with this high severity event, which is there because I enabled the admin account. If I view the event, we can see that enabling the admin account is a security risk, and the recommended action is to deactivate the account. I'll click on this link here, which takes me directly to the user and group control panel, and I'll go ahead and deactivate the account. Next, I'll work on the domain server signing event. The issue here is that this feature is disabled, and it is much more secure if SMB signing is enabled to provide origination and authenticity of packets. I'll take the recommended action and click on the control panel link that is provided. Click on the Advanced Settings button and change the Enable Server Signing option to Client Defined and click Save. The next event is in regards to HTTP to HTTPS redirection being disabled. It is recommended to always use an HTTPS connection, so I'll use the control panel link to bring me to the login portal, and I'll enable the box to automatically redirect HTTP connection to HTTPS for DSM Desktop and click Save. This restarts the web server and brings me to this page, which gives me a warning that the connection is not private and may be an issue. In this case, it's fine because we aren't using a signed certificate tied to a domain name, and we're using the default certificate that came with DSM. I'll go ahead and connect to the site anyway. And now we can see that HTTPS is being used, and if I change the URL to HTTP on the default HTTP port, we can also see that the automatic redirect to HTTPS is working properly. I'll bring up Security Advisor once again, and I'll work on the next two events because they are related to each other. It's recommended to change the default DSM HTTP and HTTPS ports because the ports are well known, and changing them may help prevent cyber attacks targeting those ports. I'll change the ports to 5010 for HTTP and 5011 for HTTPS and click Save. This will restart the web server, and I'll again need to approve access in my browser because of the change to the HTTPS port number. Now, if I use the new port number for HTTP, we can see that the redirect still works to the new HTTPS port. I can also confirm that the default port number for HTTP doesn't work. I'll once again bring up Security Advisor and work on the next event, enabling the option to not allow DSM to be embedded within an iframe from the security control panel. This may prevent certain attacks from malicious websites. Next, I'll look at the password strength rules because they don't meet the requirements for the work and business security baseline that I selected. The recommendation is to enable the option to include special characters, which I'll enable from the Advanced section of the User and Group Control Panel. As an added security step, I'll increase the minimal password length to 12 characters as well. I'll click Apply, and in my case, I'll check the box to force all users to change password at the next login. The last event regarding email notifications for new DSM updates is more so to be aware of updates that are available. To get this working, we'll need to enable email notifications from the Notification Control Panel. Here, I'll set up a custom SMTP server, configure the recipient information, and click Apply. I'll also send a test email which was delivered successfully, then click OK on this pop-up window. Now, back in Security Advisor, I'll bring up the Overview window and run another scan to see the effects of the changes that were made. The scan finished with a result of good, but in the Results section, the email notification event still has a failed status. This is because I forgot to update the system rule to email new DSM update ready information. I'll enable this option and click Apply. I'll run another scan in Security Advisor, and now, under Results, all of the events have a passing status. Next, I'll briefly look at the Login Analysis section, which analyzes login information from public IP addresses. If you do expose DSM publicly, you'll be able to find login information from this window. Under Advanced, we can change the security baseline, set up a Security Advisor scan schedule, which is enabled by default, and configure reports. For reports, it requires a shared folder to house the reports, so I'll set that up, taking the default options when running through the shared folder creation wizard. Then I'll select the Security Advisor shared folder for the reports. I'll then check the box to enable monthly reports and click Apply. The reports will be sent through email, and because that was set up earlier, we should be all set. Also, if you would like to enhance your Security Advisor setup further, you may want to configure pushover for SMS notifications, which I cover in this video listed here on screen. Lastly, if you would like to support my work, check out the Support This Channel section in the description below. Thanks so much for watching.